What is up, everyone? It is Naturally Nate, and I am finally back from a little break that I took from YouTube. And it wasn't a big deal or anything. I wasn't trying to figure a lot of stuff out, but I was kind of keeping myself busy. I am no longer a Mac person, even though you can probably see the Mac in the back. That wasn't necessarily supposed to rhyme, but I have been keeping myself busy building my first ever computer, which was a lot of fun, and I did film a lot of it, but it was also my first PC, so I was super nervous, and I was planning on uploading it, but after looking through a lot of the footage, a lot of it was kind of awkward and weird, and a lot of it was like I just pausing, and it was, you know, I was just kind of like, I don't really know if I want to put that up there for people to be like, what the fuck are you doing? So instead, I kind of wanted to put this video up there saying like, hey, I'm back, as well as kind of take a tour of my new setup and show you guys kind of what I've been working on since I've been gone for so long, and just kind of talk to you guys, because this is kind of like more of a vlog. This is kind of my first vlog that I'm gonna be going through, and probably some ideas that I have and some things you can probably expect from my channel now that I can really start diving deep into it, because now I can start doing PC games and stuff like that. So without further ado, here is my setup and jump cut. So let's start off with the most interesting, which is the computer itself, with all of its RGB glory. So I won't give you all the specs, although if you really want it, I can always put it there, but I will give you the most important stuff. So I am using a Core i9 as my CPU, 10 cores and 20 threads, or 10 threads and 20 cores, I don't remember. See, this is why I didn't want to put up the me making it, because I kept stuttering and I didn't really know what I was doing. But yeah, so I'm using Core i9 7900. I don't know. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. But that's it. It's a Core i9. That's pretty much all I know. I did build it myself. Well, I did build it all of myself. It is in a pretty cool case, although I don't recommend this case for a heavy duty build like this. And I do have a GTX, or not GTX, Gigabyte, no, it is GTX, what am I saying? Gigabyte GTX 1080 Ti, Aorus, blah, 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 stuff like that. So it's pretty beefy, 32 gigabytes of RAM, liquid cooling, and has a NVMe SSD and then another SSD in the back, which you can't really see. Do a top shot real quick. Here's a Xbox controller that I use when I'm playing games that I like to use a controller with, like fighting games and other like games like Assassin's Creed. SD reader. As I dropped that was a Wi-Fi antenna, which it's not really. I actually don't use it because I actually have I'm using an Ethernet cable, which casually just runs across my floor behind that giant stitch over there, all the way to the wall. So, you know, that's awesome. So then let's get onto my desktop. So there's the iMac that I'm no longer using. I push all of these guys down to the side. This is my Tyrannosaurus, my T-Rex model that I made to look like Sonic the Hedgehog for some odd reason. Me and my friends all wanted to do a craft night, and so that's what we did. We made stuff, and I was like, I'm gonna buy a T-Rex and make him look like Sonic the Hedgehog. So that's what I did. So there's the Mac that I don't use. That's my phone. here's where I keep most of my controllers. Some of them are still in other places. There's my PSVR. There's some lighting, although I am getting better lighting, which is awesome. There's my mic, which is the NTI or Rode NTI. Here's my Razer mouse and my Corsair keyboard. So that's kind of, you know, they're kind of battling against each other. My speakers, which are actually incredible. I'll talk about that in a second. This is the PSI camera. That is my Elgato game capture, and these are my headphones that I use to listen to games and stuff like that. So for my dual monitor display, I have these two guys, and it's probably changing because I'm on auto ISO. ISO just means how much light is coming through the camera. Since these guys are on right now, it's gonna be a little bit darker. But yeah, so I have a 4K monitor right here. That's a 4K monitor. In case I ever want to edit 4K videos and stuff like that, or just play like 4K gaming through this monitor, I can, or like console gaming and stuff like that, I have that readily available. So yeah, I have that. It's only 60 frames a second, 60 hertz. And then I have this beauty, this ultra wide monitor right here, which is it's a QHD, so it's only 200 or 2460, I believe, by 1080, which is still really good. It still looks really great. They're both LG, and I love this one, probably the best. Although I do like this one because I use this one, so I probably use this one more, this LG, because I use it more for multitasking by like putting up documents or putting up videos and stuff like that, as I'm using this one to like game, or if I'm writing anything for school and stuff like that. That's what I usually mainly use this one for. But yeah, for the gaming, this one is incredible and I highly recommend it. LG 34-inch gaming PC. But yeah, it's incredible. Also, like, you can't even hear this. It's so quiet. I love it. It's so quiet. Although it does make this room, I feel like, a little bit warmer. I can hardly tell, especially if I get my fan on, but I just don't have it on right now, so it doesn't make any noise. But here is probably the worst part of my desk is this.
Flappin' Flotsam, what's that?
Yeah, it's pretty awful. I've tried to kind of like fix it a little bit, although there really is no way to fix all of these stupid little cords that go everywhere. Especially with this dual monitor stand, especially since my monitors came with these dumb bricks. But like, I don't know, they're pretty beefy monitors, so I totally get why they came with them. With my HDMI cords over there, I did put a little bit of that just to kind of keep them all together, but I also have tape because I was going to tape some of it. But I really don't want to spend like $100 or $200 just to like try and tape everything underneath the desk or drill holes and stuff like that, just because this is an old piece of furniture and I'll probably get a new desk eventually. But for right now, it's just not worth it, and it's just too much. This is the last final bit of my setup, is where I just keep all the consoles at. So I have my Switch, I have the Wii U, there's like the PSVR stuff, then I have the PlayStation 4, and then I have the Xbox One S. So those are all connected into this guy right here, which is then connected into this monitor, so that way I can just switch the input. The one thing though is that you might have to consider if you're thinking about this is, see, like, I have it in my room. Yeah, see, I'm messy, sorry about that. But these have really bright lights on them. I don't know if you can see at all where I taped it. Yeah, you can. So I have some tape there. I don't know if you can see it there. Yeah, you can see it there, but I have tape on the bottom where the little lights that shine through, because that is super annoying when you're trying to sleep and all of a sudden these lights are flashing through. So yeah, so that's kind of my setup. Ugh. Oh, I'm tired. All right. So a couple quick things. First of all, even though it wasn't that popular, I probably won't be able to finish my Spyro series, because I have it on there, and I probably won't be able to finish it, because I now have everything set up on here. The only thing I can do, though, however, is I do have 2 other videos on here on the Mac, from Octopath Traveler demo. So hopefully you guys are interested in that, and I'll release them probably within this week. On that same note, I may not be doing face cam anymore, just because that adds a lot more work. Excuse me. And I don't want that to be like, oh my gosh, I have so much work, blah blah blah. But I really want to get these videos out as much as I can. I want to get the gameplay out, and I just don't want to have to worry about you know, my face, my expression, stuff like that. You know, I'm still relatively new on YouTube, and I don't want to have to be like constantly be worrying about my face. I'd rather be, you know, focusing more on what I'm talking about while I'm playing and stuff like that. I'd rather use my camera for like skits and for vlogs and stuff like that, and for other things that require my face, or like if I play a scary game, then yeah, I can use face cam. But for just regular games, it would just be a lot easier probably to just not have face cam, and especially if I get like better equipment, then that'll be a little bit different. Like if I get better equipment and better lighting, I can probably turn off these lights, because I feel like it really washes out my face and stuff like that, like yada yada yada, production value stuff. So I want to make sure that producing the best videos I can for you. And I feel like my lighting isn't that good because I'm in just a fluorescent lit room, and I'm waiting for a ring light. I'm waiting for some bicolor lighting as well, and like another better lens that I think will help tremendously. So yeah, I think that is about it for this video, or this vlog, I guess I should say. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed till the end, or if you just, yeah, I don't know, watched the setup tour, not setup really, but just, yeah, I guess it is a setup tour. Thank you for watching. It means a lot to me, and I hope you stay around and watch some more videos, and stay natural.